anybody who really runs track, bro, will tell you like when you got to do the real technical drills you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets kind of crazy, and your hips be on fire.
I get that from a detail standpoint too. Yeah, no, I can see. I can understand how that flies. I can understand how that flies. Okay, all right. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's almost like you trying to do drills in basketball versus
Right.
scrimmaging. You know what I'm saying? Playing 5-on-5 type stuff.
Exactly.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. But I think moral of the story is I don't like none of them for real in the day. Like it's not really my cup of tea. My guy Nick, I knew you was good folk. I knew you was good people. We right here. We right here.
Nah, listen, I run a 7.540 without the decimal. So like I am not a runner. I stand in one place. I'm good at that.
Oh man.
I may have to steal that. I mean, Jabari, in terms of like conversation for track and stuff, you may have to lead that because you ain't send me no topic, so I'm like, I don't know what you want to.
Oh, that's my bad, man.
Nah, you good. I'm just gonna let everybody know I don't really do track like that. So I mean,
well,
yeah, that's.
I know who Sha'Carri is.
I know of her for real.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, like I can't give you no overly specifics. Nothing. I may have to hit Google.
I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to the track anyway. So
you're allergic to track. I'm weak. I'm crying. All right, y'all boys ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Whole time, I gotta say this. I won't even gonna talk about it, but I feel like I need to talk about it real quick. It's a little selfish, but damn it, we here now. Y'all peep my Los Angeles Sparks jersey, NECA Gumake. You feel me? And I got my Diana Taurasi one too. I just got it, and then I got my Brittany Griner one on the way with the Natasha Howard jump coming in, and I'm happy that this one came in. Because my Sparks is playing the Mystics. That's right. Me and my boy Jabari going to be out there watching the game. You know what I mean? Something slight near courtside. You might see us on the screen. So but I just had to throw that out there, that little plug in there before we talk about some NBA. But now that we got the WNBA situated, we won't talk about that no more. Fellas, how's everybody doing? And I got to start it off with Jabari and Nick since y'all have come onto the show for the first time. I greatly do appreciate that, fellas. And then Emitab, you've been on the show a couple of times, so we've seen you before. Welcome again. But Jabari, how's everything going with you?
Oh man, everything's good, man. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm really excited to be here and chop it up with y'all boys.
No, I appreciate you joining, brother. I appreciate you joining. Nick, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to say, listen, Nick can get a little bucket himself on the court. I've actually seen him. All right, he not bad. Okay, got a couple little nicknames out there on the court. When you got a nickname, that means you actually mean something on the court. I'm just letting you know that. So I'm out here saying he can boogie a little bit. But I'm still rooting for my boy Chris. We got to beat y'all at some point in time, Nick, man. But how's everything else going with you?
I'm doing great. First of all, to any listeners out there, get you somebody who's gonna compliment you like Trey just did, because he gives the greatest comment, even though it's a downright lie. And I am. Listen, there's bad, and then there's like, I didn't know you existed bad. I am that level. I appreciate you, Trey, giving me the positive path. But
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Like I'm so pissed off because I've recorded 3 of your games, Nick, and I've watched 3 times you play, and every time you were consistent. Like, are you like a superstar studded scorer? No, but like, are you a consistent player who is honestly y'all second best player? Yeah. Like I felt comfortable saying that on your team. So again, and I'm so pissed that I do not have the footage to back it up. But there was 3 instances. Blame it on the Wi-Fi. I promise y'all, because I had it all recorded. But not it's not cap. It's not cap because it was that 24-hour too where you was getting a little boogie woogie out there. So I got to tip my cap to you.
I appreciate that.
Hey,
I ain't seen you hoop, man. I ain't seen you hooping. You've been ducking.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. We got to get out there,
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. It's recorded. I'm letting you know that it's recorded.
Yeah, I gotta come out there and show y'all boys a little something myself, man.
I was trying to spare you since you was a first timer, Jabari. You don't want them problems. I see you got on Pitt. Listen, don't make me sit up here and bring out my Blue Devils. You know how we do on Get a Bucket. That's right. We got them championships.
Didn't we beat y'all last time though? This year?
I'm bringing up old shit for like what you bringing up
This
old
year?
shit?
This
like,
year?
What you bringing old? It's a
This
new
year?
season. It's a new season. We got
Ain't
a
that
whole
ring
new
old though?
class coming in. Like,
Wait. But isn't the ring old?
why you bringing up old stuff for, bro? Listen, I ain't got my Duke stuff on right now. This is the thing I had.
All right, man. You know it's H2P till we die out here, man.
I see it's gonna be a little. I see it could get a little spicy on the episode today, so we just go ahead and get right on into it. Normally, I do try to get a little Gab trivia, but I think we just go ahead and get right on into the episode because it sounds like it's gonna be a good one. But actually, speaking of 40, that just reminded me. Jabari, I don't know how much time you got. We are kind of at that hour and a half mark right now, so I don't know if you want to do track and field. Maybe we could ask you a couple questions, I guess, or if you got something you want to get off your chest. You can run with it, but you got time, or you want to say that for another day?
No, I got some time.
Okay.
I guess the biggest thing happening for track right now is World Championships are coming up in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be in Budapest, so a lot of favorites, a lot of matchups that we're looking forward to is Sha'Carri versus Shelly-Ann and Shericka Jackson.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good
one.
I'll try to get him on the soapbox, Chris. Hold on, let him talk for a couple seconds. Let me talk.
Another, we're looking for a rematch versus Carson Warholm, Rye Benjamin, and Dos Santos. And then on the distance side, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. And I don't really pay attention to distance too much, but he's been really, really consistent. But Jared Naguse is coming up behind him and looking like not a threat, but a contender for a medal for sure. And Jakob Ingebrigtsen runs for I think it's Switzerland, I believe, and then I might be wrong about Switzerland, but somewhere over there in Europe. I always forget. There's so many teams, man. And then Jared Naguse is for the US. But definitely, I guess what everyone kind of knows is looking forward to those sprints. We can get into that. Who is y'all pick for the women's sprints, 100-meter dash? So right now, our favorites right now is really looking like US. It's always US versus Jamaica with a few other countries kind of sprinkled in there, but definitely Shelly-Ann. She's the reigning world champion, so she'll be coming back to try to defend her title.
Okay.
Jackson has been looking pretty unstoppable until she got beat by Sha'Carri this year, though, in one of the Diamond League events. But she's still, in track, you could lose one race and still, you just gotta be ready for that big dance.
Right. I'm gonna just say off the break, you said Shericka Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talk okay, yeah. I don't be respecting people from Jamaica, bro. Like they cheating. I don't count them, dog. Y'all on some different stuff. I don't know. I ain't got a dog in this fight though, so I'm just gonna say Sha'Carri just for shits and giggles. But yeah, I really don't like. Track and field is something I got to study a lot more and watch it a lot more. So I'm definitely gonna get tuned into it. But like, who y'all boys thinking? Who y'all boys thinking? Y'all better say. Feel free to go on off on mute. By the way, or on mute. By the way, any one of y'all can talk. It's like open discussion.
I think Sha'Carri, she got something to prove. She got something to prove doing these world champions. After all of the backflash, all of the shit that she had from her, she just and literally just a following last year lost her mama. So she's coming to AD champions with a gigantic chip on her shoulders and still going to tell these females, y'all could be fast as me, but you will not beat me in a race. So I'm really like keen on her and still like she still got a whole lot left in her tank, cause she do. But if she can show the and natives that like she's back,
Mhm.
it's about to be something.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty interesting. Right now, I'm looking at, and matter of fact, let me share this screen real quick because I guess I had to try to Google something real fast. But I saw this. This is outdoor 100 meters. Y'all see that? Let me
Oh,
pull.
those are the all time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all times.
I saw
Yeah.
FloJo. I was like, "Hey, Flo, out there, I see you." But now we got Sharika right here, Sha'Carri right here, six. Well, I guess yeah, six. And I guess Sha'Carri definitely got to get my vote because she's number 7. Yeah, that's a good number. But
So
what do you say?
I was gonna say, so the really cool thing about this is like if you look at to the right, you'll see that they're both um running these times in 20
Oh, you good?
both in 2023. These are their PRs for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, these are their season's best for this year. The only thing I will say that kind of now I think personally Shelly-Ann's going to beat it. Going to be the one. Shelly-Ann is that monster. I've had the pleasure of being at a practice with her,
Mm-hmm.
and listen,
She
like I
tough.
run, she could beat me out the blocks any day, just hands down. She's like that, and just when you really see the superstars on that level, you
Mhm.
can. It's like being in the gym with LeBron. Like you can see the difference.
Right.
Um, and Sha'Carri, I think her youth is what beats her here. Is that the 100 meter is all about rhythm and getting your pattern down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I've seen her top end speed is amazing, but I've seen her just not be as consistent in that start. And Shelly-Ann is too good out of the blocks. She is arguably the best, you know, 30-meter drive phase, 40, girl in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been walked down in this kind of part of her career seldomly. So, and
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see Sha'Carri walking her down unless she gets the start of her life. And in the heat of the moment, I think mentally Sha'Carri is there, but
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't seen that consistent acceleration from her just out of the
That's
block this season.
okay. And you brought up their date of birth, and I just want to point out, Shelly-Ann was born in 1986.
Yeah, she's 30,
Oh
what,
yeah,
32 or something like that? Nah, it might be older than that.
36.
My
yeah,
math, 36. My bad. My math.
yeah. And then you got here, Sharika Jackson. That's 94. So hey, cancer baby, I like that. Talk to me. So she about I'm 31 now, 33, and then Sha'Carri.
It's 23.
That's a gap right there, bro. And
Yeah.
usually it's crazy because you said that Sha'Carri is a little young, um, and I would have thought actually that youth might help her out in this situation. So like what age, I guess, would you expect her to really hit her stride? Because I know in basketball, they say, like your prime years are like 26 to 28, probably carrying into your 30s a little bit, maybe, but like 26, 28 was what we usually were told. So what would you say are the prime years
It's
in
the
track?
same.
It's the
It's about
same?
the same. It's about the same. So about you say 25 to about 29
Okay.
is you'll hit your prime. Like it seems like right when everybody turns 30, with
Mm,
the exception of obviously with the exception of Justin Gatlin and Shelly,
mm,
who ran so much faster
mm,
past 30.
mm.
Um Sha'Carri's gonna definitely hit her stride. And I think Sha'Carri's gonna be that person. Personally, I think she's gonna break the world record at some point.
Okay.
I, I
Okay.
would I would go out on a limb to say that. But the thing is, I don't know if people realize this is her first world team. And she's been pro now, I think 3 or 4 years, probably four years she's been pro.
That's it.
And this is her first team that she's made.
Okay.
So, and you could say whatever you want when you've been in the game for a while, but
Mhm.
being on that world stage, being when you're in the worlds, when you're in the Olympics, when you're in that moment is very different than
Okay.
doing the Diamond League, than doing USA's. It's a whole different thing when a title is on the line.
Okay. Okay.
And she's going against women, 2 women in particular, Shelly-Ann is, I think, an 11-time world champion. Sharika is coming up on her world champion. Like, Sharika's won medals in the 4, the 2, and the 1. So
That's tough.
her range is insane. So
Who
she
is
has a lot.
who's Elaine Thompson?
Elaine is hurt. She was
Okay.
hurt this year, so she didn't make the team.
Okay.
But Elaine is another one that she'll have to worry about. That
She's number 2 right now, and she's born in 1992. That's the reason why I was curious. I was like,
yeah. So Elaine, really, it would be, I would put Elaine, Shelly, then Sharika as Jamaica's top 3. And I put Elaine slightly over Shelly just because, when Elaine is healthy, she'll really do Shelly nasty. And I've seen it.
Well, I mean, they in order right there.
She'll do her crazy.
Yeah, like I mean, it hits in order. So okay, all right. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. That I saw Tap squinting a little bit. I know you older. I got to make sure you good. But okay, that's crazy though. That's crazy. So if I it sounds like Sha'Carri is the one who FanDuel probably gonna try to rock with the most and try to make us put money down. But if you had to bet, sound like Shelly's the one who's gonna get your heart.
Shelly, I'm putting my bread on Shelly.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna start looking at some highlights because I mean, obviously it's just gonna be people running, but I think you can learn a lot from highlights. So, who would you say has the most confidence out of the 3?
That's a very good question. I think with track, the longer you run, the quieter you get, if that makes sense. And you start to get to a point where, kind of like what we were talking about with what we want to see from Ben. Like, we know what he's good at, we know what he's not good at. You get to a point where you know what your strengths are, you know your phases of the race, and you try to work on the things you're not so good at. But when you get to that, later half of your career, when you start approaching an age, you really just start focusing on perfecting what you're great at. And I think what comes with that is you start talking less, if that makes sense. You're still really confident because at the end of the day, say hypothetically, your top end speed is, one of the best out there, and you put yourself close. Like, take a Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is generally known as not the best starter out of the blocks, but if you put him close, who's touching him? You're not walking that 6'6", 6'5" man down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I guess to answer your question though, Sha'Carri definitely has the most confidence, but she has the most proof being at her first team.
Okay. So it sounds like maybe Shelly, since she's the eldest right now. Because I think when you say like she's the quietest, maybe like you're still quiet, but you're still confident, but you're quiet about it because you already know what you're capable of. You know your strengths, your weaknesses. So you're confident
I
in
still
your
say
ability.
she's the woman to beat.
Okay.
And she's the reigning world champion, so she gets the bye. Like, she didn't have to do 100 meter at Worlds. I mean, at trials. I mean.
Okay. I got you. All right. Well, I mean, what is the? I ain't trying to keep. I ain't trying to keep y'all up here. I was just, you said something about it's like if you don't get a bye, right? If you get a bye, right? I sometimes look at getting a bye like it could be a negative thing too. So like for example, in basketball, let's say you got a playoff tournament and you get a bye. Maybe that team who gets the bye is a little bit rusty, right? Or even in football, like in the playoffs when it happens, that team who got the bye might be a little bit rusty, or they might be really fresh. Is that a similar thing in track as well, or do you think it's like whoever gets that bye, it really does help them out ultimately?
I think it depends on how you set up your season.
Mm,
Uh, I think I have two examples on either side. My first example would be Fred Curley. Fred Curley didn't make the team in the 200.
mm,
So he made it to the finals. He placed so in track at trials, you normally it's top 3 in the finals makes the team. And
right.
then 4, 5, and 6 are eligible for the relay pool if they get
Mm,
selected. Fred, I believe, placed like 6th or 7th, maybe 6th. But he didn't make the team just as an outright to make that team. But he still has the bye for because he's the reigning 100-meter world champion.
got you.
So he still gets his plan was the double, but now he's just gonna do the 100. But with Fred's season has been looking very questionable. And I personally don't think he's gonna win the 100 again. I could be wrong. Fred is definitely Mr. Prove the Doubters Wrong. You know,
Okay.
he's another guy who had tremendous range. I remember competing against him in college. He went to Texas A&M. He was a 400-meter guy, and he went pro as a 400-meter guy. So he has a world medal in the open four. And he
Okay.
recently, it almost seemed like on a whim, he just decided, yeah, I'm gonna do the 100 because the 100, makes more bread. The 100 is more popular,
Yeah.
and I can do it. And everybody was like, "What are you talking about?" And in the past, I want to say in the last 3 years since he dropped down to the 100, he's won a silver medal at the Olympics and a gold medal at Worlds.
Okay. So that's
So,
kind of impressive.
so he's like, mentality wise, he has like I would compare him to a Kobe
Okay.
mentality
Okay.
type, type of
And you
thing.
said Fred's last name was what again?
Curly,
Curly. Okay.
Kaureley.
Okay. So if I want to go put some money down on Fred,
He's a
and
good bet.
yeah, I
He's a
would.
good bet. He's a good sneak, especially this year because he hasn't been running well. He
Mm,
going
he'll
I
pop
don't
off.
doubt that he'll leave with something, but it's hard to kind of as we're approaching this latter half of the season, I
Mm,
haven't seen enough spurts from him to, you know, make me think that he'll medal.
okay. Okay.
Then on that second example, with a buy, um, I give you an example like Shelly-Ann. Shelly-Ann had the bye for the 100 as the reigning 100-meter champion for the women.
Mm,
She didn't run at at trials at all, and she's actually seldom raced this year. I think she just opened her season a couple weeks ago,
mm,
and we're like leading up in the world. Granted, she opened up with 10:8, which is still super fast.
okay.
10:8 could still medal at Worlds, is definitely making the final. Um, she's a person where I think at this point in her season, she's gonna have to race herself into shape, barring any injuries. So we'll see. A lot of times some people get sharper each round because you got to
Okay.
run 3 rounds to make it to the final.
Okay. 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 Hey, I mean, look, fellas, I'm gonna say if y'all got some questions, go ahead and slide them in. I feel like I've been taking up a lot of the time. Did y'all have any questions track related that y'all wanted to ask? Because I
Nah,
just
bro.
realized I'm gonna keep y'all up here possibly for a little too long. So if y'all ain't got no questions, um, we can wrap it up the conversation unless y'all had an NBA one that y'all want to get out the way. But again, the floor is y'all's for y'all if y'all want to talk about it track related before we close up shop.
I'm good.
All right, that's a bet then. I ain't gonna hold you, Jabari. I'm definitely gonna. I learned a few things right there. So I'm definitely I gotta Google some things. Like even the track season aspect, I ain't gonna hold. Sometimes I just be feeling like, you know what, people go up to just run at various meets, call it a day. But like I don't know what a track season like actually really looks like. I've been to track meets before, but like
Mhm.
just if someone asked me, hey, define a track season, I don't know what to tell you, which is probably simple, but like I can't articulate it
You could
myself.
say arguably it's from about December. Well, really, all the pros might race in January if
Mm,
they're running indoors. So another thing is like a lot of pros don't run indoors, because of if you're like the top guy, if you're in probably like the top 8 in the world, you might
Mhm.
only run 1 indoor meet a year.
Okay.
So it goes from the season goes from about January to September.
Okay.
So it's long, really long.
That's a long season. All right, that's crazy. Y'all run for that long? Hey, yo. Okay.
But
That's crazy. But hey, I mean, you can say the same thing about football, basketball, soccer, all them. Yeah, like it's a love.
baseball.
You said what?
I said baseball.
Baseball too. Oh yeah, baseball too. Baseball too. But nah, we gotta I can tell you right now, bro, our next conversation about track and field is gonna be a little bit better. I'm gonna be a little bit more well versed. You know what I'm saying? Felt a little weird. I came up here like I ain't know what the hell I'm supposed to be talking about right now. We're gonna make something shake. But I greatly appreciate this though, bro. To give me something else to study. And like it's sports in the day, so it's always good to study it and look at it. Plus, I'm probably going give me an extra little incentive to go. What's her name? Oh my God, what's her? Marion Jones. Yeah. Get to look at Marion Jones again. Who else was it? I said FloJo earlier. Just like actually really study up.
Marion Jones, the black sheep in the track world, bro.
Yeah, I remember Marion Jones back in the day. Good times, good times. And I want to say shout out to Lolo as well, since we got it on the topic. I gotta love Jones, but Lolo. It's cool though. It's cool. But fellas, I greatly do appreciate this though. We definitely gotta do this again. I apologize too for having to go as long as it did. I tried to keep it between an hour and a half being the longest. So I do apologize. But do y'all have anything? Do you guys have anything you want to say before we close up shop? All right. Well, look, I greatly appreciate all of y'all for coming on, taking time out of y'all busy day. And like Jabari, I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday. Chris, I'll see you whenever you get back. Nick probably on Saturday or or Monday for hoops. Tep, I possibly might crash on Friday. I don't know. I'll hit you up though. But like, but yeah, I'll talk to y'all boys later. I greatly appreciate this though, definitely. Y'all see them again sometime on the show too. What'd you say?
I said I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. But with that, we'll all take care. So hope you all have a good one. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a good one. Take care. That's a bet. All right.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. We get buckets around here, too.